Hey, check. Okay, cool. Good morning, good morning. I've noticed with OBS, maybe if someone out there knows, like every time I boot it up and I have all these scenes preset and everything's looking awesome, every time I restart, for example, if I wanted to show you my notes program or like my DAW or guitar software or something like that, I have to reset each one and reselect the video source, and that takes a second. Anyway, what we're going to start doing from now on is I've noticed that since I only get to practice like 1 hour a day, I can't get to everything. And I might have said this before, but I've kind of worked it out now. I had to take a week off and do a couple things personally, and did some adjustments here that you'll see that are pretty cool. And anyway, so when you're practicing, to me, there's like 3 or 4 main things you want to work on. Let me turn off this. Turn off this stuff in the background. So, show you my notes real quick and check out some of this stuff. This is pretty cool. You've seen this little setup before. So, let me show you. Check this out. Okay, so on this guitar practice note, what you can see is there are different sections. There's the harmony section, the legato section, the riffs section, and the melody section. Actually, I guess, I forgot to mention the, I think I should put a line right here for myself. If you guys don't mind me doing this on the fly, you can see the thought process behind some of this stuff. Yeah, okay, so you can see there's sections there. The harmony section, which is the chords and stuff we're working on, for example, with the chord progression today. Then there's the legato section. Then there's the picking section. And I'm not really that into doing this right now. Not exactly my focus. So I'm going to put it down here in a separate section, like that. Make that into a little to-do, even though we'll probably, oops. There we go, I guess. Whatever, just leave that there. So the main things we're working on right now in my routine are what you see on the screen. So the harmony section, chords. Then you got your legato section. That kind of stuff. What I want to do is I want to add something here. Okay, so we'll talk more about that tomorrow, or tomorrow afternoon. But anyway, I'm going to pick one from this section, I'm going to pick one from this section, I'm going to pick one from this section, and I'm going to pick one from this section. That's the simplicity of it. And check this out. So you can see all of that. Now we can go back here so you can see me. Got the coffee. Naturally. And then check this out. What do you think about that? So that's cool, huh? You can see the guitar good. By the way, this guitar is awesome. I've customized it. It's got a synth pickup on it, which we're not using today, but we can use in the future. It'd be cool. And then clear pickguard just for fun. What this is the Schecter Nick Johnston, as you can see, roasted maple. I think it's an ebony fretboard. If it's not rosewood, it might be rosewood. Great guitar. It's the Indonesian version. It's not the American one. But once set up, it's perfect. I probably had like 5 Schecters in my life. 2 of them I currently own. This is the first one I ever kept, and it drove me to get that brown one that you've seen in other videos. This one doesn't have the stainless steel frets, and it's only 22. It's more of a Strat, classic Strat style, but I love the sound. The pickups are great. Alright, sounds cool. And then here's me with my notes right there. See, I can sit like this at this angle, which I think is great, but it's straight when you guys see it like that. Pretty cool, huh? And then maybe I'm a goofball, but I was sitting there trying to figure out, how do these guys on YouTube, they actually like practice? Like they actually play like this? Like they're trying to make their guitar all straight? Like that's a straight guitar, right? Like you were gonna make YouTube videos like that? No, I sit like this, you know? So I just tilted the guitar in the software, so I don't have to move, but it looks cool. Oops. Which is pretty sweet. Yeah, and let's just do some. I can show you this too now, I guess. I'll show you. Yeah, so what you're hearing is track 1 is guitar. That's just the Katana, yeah. And USB. And just for fun, I have the Valhalla reverb on because it sounds cool for the chords. Here's what it sounds like with that off, I'll show you. And then with the Valhalla, it sounds like this. Sounds nice, and then you can see that I have a Reaper tuner on that track as well. And let's just double check the tuning then. And I have Native Instruments guitar rig and stuff, but and it's cool and it works great. And it's not resource intensive or anything, but because I use the Katana to practice already, I'm just making the sound similar to me in my headphones so that it's not weird to me when I'm making these videos. So we're just using the Katana that way. So now on that note, we need to go over to Scalar. And I'll show you that. I'm going to extend this loop to cover all 4 chords. We've got the tempo at 60. Which right now, you see the Reaper metronome. There you go. All right, and then we'll turn that back on. Oops. Oh, shit. Okay, 1 second. Well, that kind of sucks. You can see my coffee went inside my clear pickguard and it's down in there and I can't wipe it off. I'll have to loosen that up and fix it later. So as you can hear, we got the scalar chord progression going there. 1, 6, 2, 5 and G. I'm going to do it with split triads today. We're done doing the little 2-note and 3-note things. Moving on to the big kid stuff. Okay. So we're gonna do the split triads, and then I'll do some of the. I'm gonna also see. I just end up doing extra that I said I wasn't gonna do because I just like practicing, I guess. But I'm gonna be diligent today. I'm only gonna do the split triads. Tomorrow we'll do the thing that says micro jazz chords with extensions. What that is like if this is G major 7. If this is G major 7, or only play the 3 and the 7 on the middle strings. I got this from Jens Larson, by the way. I like this idea. It's a Joe Pass lesson. But if that's G major 7, the 7 and the 3, then don't worry about the numbers and all this other stuff. Just play the scale up as extensions up from there. So, for example. And then the next chord up, of course, would be A minor, so we'll play the 7 and the 3 of that, which is like that, as you know, and so only the 3 and the 7, and then go. Minor would be back to G major. So cool. Anyway, let's turn on the scaler. I'm gonna play one chord per bar basically because I'm still getting good at these spread. I've noticed spread triads is what they're called. I keep calling them split, but spread, whatever. There's string skipped, whatever. There's space between the notes. The notes are not in the same octave as each other, or at least one of them is outside. Typically the any of them. Octave displacement. Here we go. Let's start with G major, of course. First position. Here we go. Hold on, Mr. Hill. So, G major. This is not easy to see what I mean. So, G major. 6 is E minor. Then I want to keep the E string, so. I don't think I'm warmed up on this after taking a week break to do it with the metronome on, so we're just gonna do this and just work on it for a second. G major to the 6, so E minor. Next string set. To the E minor. To the 2. To the then here we got there we go. Let's do it with this. That's the 5. There we go. 6, 2, 5. I have to remember not to play 7s. 1, 6, 2. Shit. Hope you guys enjoy me practicing and not giving a fuck if I fuck up on YouTube. I know this can be a little boring sometimes, but this is what real practice is, right? So let's see if we can do that again. 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5. Let's do that section again. 1, 6. See, why do I keep drawing a blank on the... That's what it is. A minor over E. 6, 2, there we go. 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 6, 2, 5, 6, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, and 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, then 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, and 5, 1, 6, 2. That's harder. All right, so cool. Jump over here. Yeah, so let me stop that playing over there. So, let's see. Some cool stuff there. Some stuff throws me for a loop sometimes, but this is like G major 1, 5, 3. As I play these, I hear some favorites. Like that's a good one. Just that voicing, and you can go to like a 4 chord. Same thing. Move it up. Nice, right? As opposed to like a G major being like this, which has its purposes too, right? Or just sounds cleaner. So, for example, let me just for my own practice here, take G major, go. The next one is. Cool. Okay, so I just want to work on that stuff all day. I guess I can't though. I'm gonna stick to the rule. So tomorrow we'll do that chord stuff. Today, let me show you what I'm looking at here. Today we're gonna do I think we might be able to do this whole thing, but at least one at a time each day. Let's see. We'll break it up. So you guys have seen me do this before. This is John Cordy's video on Legato. I'll put the link in the description. So I can do that right now, so don't forget till later. Hey, thanks, man. I just saw that down there. I appreciate the message. Thanks. All right. So I have one where it's like, yeah, I don't think that view will work. So right here. So as you know, we're in G major. His example, there's an A major. I need to turn off the Valhalla reverb. It's gonna be too much. Okay, so that's it. So I'm gonna work that up the neck this way. Move it, work it back this way. The main point is the first set of notes I play is 3 notes on a string. The next one is the 5, for a total of 8. So it cycles every 8/16 notes. I'm gonna turn this microphone off so you don't hear the acoustic version of the guitar or the fish tank back there. See, I have a little reverb on the katana already. Alright, so, interesting. Tone on this guitar is different. It's interesting to try to do legato on different guitar setups. I noticed like on the single coils, it doesn't come through as much. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but now let's just flip that upside down. So it's gonna be. So the first string is as he had it. So the So let's get that in a little closer. So for expeditious purposes, and not to rush, but let's see, go back to this. By the way, I did put the link to that in the description a second ago. What is this one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to make these on different days too. So we're just going to pick one per day. This one is kind of like, I'll show you in a second, but I'm going to change the title for me. This is the one that's kind of like, it's like 3 note per string slash arpeggio. Do that so it's clear. Doing John Cordy 1, John Cordy 2, John Cordy 2. So let's just check this off because it's been the first day. So yeah, we don't want that. What we want to do is that. This is the one we just practiced. What would we call that? Groups of 8. And then just tidy up this note here. Yeah, so for today, we did this one. We're always going to do them forward and reverse each time, so I'm just going to take that out. And we'll call this one number 4. Something like that. There we go. I forget what that one even is, but we'll get to it when we get to it. So today we were doing the groups of 8. I think we need to do that a little bit more because that was fast. Tomorrow we'll do that one. So again, we're going to take one from each category. That's it. And some of these sections are only going to have 2 in a category. So, you know, by the time I do all 4 of these on the legato, I will have done this section twice. But that's fine. Whatever. So we're going to do the a little bit more of those groups of 8. Let's do them reverse. So it'll be like this. And then because I need to do, I want to work back this way, and we also need to flip it, we're going to go. That kind of thing. So let's do that. And then we'll work the way back down the neck, and we'll be done with this section. Okay, so cool. I want to work that up a little bit faster, so I'm going to move it diagonal. So I think forward, reverse, and diagonal, I guess is a good way to do it. Let's see. So in other words, when I'm doing that one, I'm taking the same, like, go up an octave, then shift, up, shift, like that, but doing those patterns, so. Let's do that. Cool. So what we do, we did the, we want to just do variations of those. We don't have to run through all of them all the time, just think of a few. So we did, okay. Let's do the upside down of the forward and go diagonal. So it's going to be like this. And end on a spread triad. Woo. See, I had no plan. I was only going to go to the top, and then I decided to go that way, and then I would start messing it up. So I got to have a freaking plan here, okay? Let's see if we can do it again. Okay, so. It's always okay to get carried away. Isn't that the best part? Don't forget to get carried away. Alright, so let's try that again. Okay, it's nice and shitty. Let's just slow down. Slow down again. So I like this concept. Obviously, it's a little challenging. I haven't been doing this practice for a week, so I could sit here and go. So you could just do that on one string too, right? Okay. So what I want to try to do is quit playing fucking wrong notes. Go diagonal. Jump a third. Jump a third. Jump a third. Jump a third. And then I just jump down a second, or whatever, one step. Then it makes it in reverse. Jump down to a third. A third. A third. A third. Let's see. Yeah, to Z Reds there, I'm looking at the comments right now. What I mean, look, what I did when I was new, I don't know if I would recommend it now, right? So, but that's the benefit of asking somebody a question like that who's practiced for 30 years, is I could tell you maybe what I would have rather done back then. To be honest, um, I think that practicing chords more when I was younger would have been beneficial, like harmony, chord progressions, stuff like that. Those are things I only really got into about maybe the last 20 years. So my point is like the first 10 years, I was more into like metal, like Metallica, shred stuff like Joe Satriani and things like that. And I would just learn the tabs. Um, and I would just work on. I remember the Paul Gilbert articles in Guitar World magazine. Um, Zach Wilde always had good ones where he made the analogy all the time to weightlifting and guitar practice. John Petrucci, I think, makes the same points, and it seems like he's been working out because that guy was scrawny at the beginning of Dream Theater, and he's definitely huge these days. So I guess he's been consistent in that too. Um, so yeah, I mean, chords stretch your fingers, arpeggios stretch your fingers, but knowing the harmony behind it is one of the more beneficial things because you can play really simple stuff, but target the right notes and you're set. Um, and that targeting chord tones and that kind of concept wasn't something that was even really introduced to me until I was about 19 years old. I'm 41 now. And I used to take lessons at Musicians Institute from, what do they call it? The guy from Charlie Brown, the piano player, is named after. Um, shoot. I'm going to forget. But anyway, we would do arpeggios as the chord progressions, um, and stuff like that. So even though I had a lot of mechanics ability when I started going to Musicians Institute, I hadn't really applied harmony in theory to guitar, even though I could do some reading and stuff. These days I can read chord charts, I can improvise over chord changes. I feel like those gave me a lot more musical ability than just working on the mechanics of everything. And that doesn't say that they don't go together, but like you can get the mechanics out of the harmony practice and out of the chord progression practice. Um, so you can get all that in there still. And so maybe my point is focus on chords and then playing those chords as leads like arpeggios and being able to do that at just one chord at a time. Just hang out on a G chord and make that happen like this. Here's G. And then just see, I'm just moving around on chords from, notes from the G major. Let me fix our tuning a little bit. 1 second. You guys want to see that? There it is. thing in the middle of my screen you can see is the gate, noise gate for the guitar. Because this single coil pickup guitar is noisy. Watch, I'll turn the gate off. You just hear it all the time. You know all that noise coming from it? Then there you go. Something you could do, like you could take a G chord, C reds, I think you had the question, and just learn to play it like. And then say the next chord in your progression is E minor, just like this. And you go. Back to G major. In other words, get the chords in the single note version of those chords onto your fingers and focus on how the harmony goes together. Don't mess around with a million different keys. I would just work on like C major. If I was brand new, I would work on C major exclusively so that I knew where all of the notes were, all the natural C, D, E, F, G, A, B notes are on the guitar as well. And focus mostly on root position things so that way your roots of every chord are on a note that you need to memorize anyway, and then you'll do the chord, and then you'll break up the chord into single notes, and then when you're ready you can start to add a second chord and then go back and forth between the two chords and then expand and then start to learn more chord progressions, and then along the way you can do stuff like this legato type exercise stuff that I'm doing. So I hope that's helpful. I want to go back to right now to take a look at this. I think we're pretty good on the groups of 8 thing. Let me just run it one more time. Check this out. We'll start here this time. There we go. So what I was doing was I was taking the position and then going up an octave, and then going up an octave. That's it. And then shift to the next position in the harmony of the scale, down an octave, shift, up and up, shift, down, shift, up, shift, down, shift, up. That's what I'm doing. Of course, you can work these without moving them around the neck too, so I'm going to keep that going. I'll show you. We'll just do it on 2 strings and work up the neck. So then lastly, after you do some things like that, what you want to do, I think, is, because you're probably going to be wanting to improvise and use these things, you want to make sure that you practice jumping around all over the place. But you can keep the same pattern under your fingers if you want to. Maybe that's an easy way to think about it. So like, no matter what's going on, I'm going to go, no matter where I am, and I'm just going to move around and do it in different places. So like this. That way, it's under your fingers and you can use it in a creative way. So once you kind of get the pattern under your fingers, you want to start moving it around and not just moving it diatonically. So think of jumps you can make, and skip strings maybe, stay in one spot, move, diagonal, reverse, all these different things you can do when improvising, but you just have the one thing under your fingers. So for example, let's do it again. That's the pattern I'm going to use. And I'm just going to move around using that all over. So the point is that you're taking the one little idea and then moving it around. Of course, you saw me earlier practice each of those kind of variations, but then take it and move it in a creative way. Even in that example, I did something I've never done before, which was to do a shift in the middle of the pattern. So the pattern was, but what I was doing was going, so. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Cool, right on. So let's go back and look at our notes here. See, that was a good amount of time on one of those, right? Cool. And we'll do the same things tomorrow with the next ones. We'll do the same thing with this stuff, where we're going to move it around. We're going to do it forwards, backwards, diagonal, and then improvise, not so much the notes themselves, but just improvise by moving the pattern around. So you're only having to think in little chunks at a time. I like that idea. John Cordy here is saying he got that from Tom Quayle. I think that's cool. he didn't mention just thinking about it in those little brackets, but that's what I'm thinking of it as. I'm simply thinking of the little grouping idea, the modulations therein, and then moving it around in a creative way. A little messed up there. All right, so get back to the. By the way, I hope you guys are liking the way I've got this on the screen. So we'll get to that tomorrow. Won't be in the morning, by the way. Tomorrow will be the afternoon. So we're going to do a little bit of burst picking, 3 note per string. Next, it looks like. So let me just make sure this is where you can see it as I'm talking about it. So upward slant is where, take off scalar here. I guess we could go like that. Disregard the metronome over there. Upward slant is where your hand, where the top of the pick is up towards your head. So it's like the pick is like this. Downward slant, the pick would be like that. Or so I understand it. This is still new thinking to me. So, but the reason for 3 note per string and being upward slant is about the exit after you play the 3 notes on the string. See, a lot of times growing up, I'd practice 3 note per string, but it was never really specifically thought about the exit point. And so I like that about these pick slanting ideas from people like Troy Grady. But see, so down, up, down, I'm exiting on an upstroke so I can hit the next string right here. If it was this way, I went down, up, down, now I'm dug into the string and I can't up pick it. So I'd have to like lift my hand. If I was doing this dun, 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 I'd have to lift up, get around that string to come up on the A string. But if I'm slanted like this, down, up, down, I'm exiting right over the top of the A string and then I can come back on it like this. And since this is a new concept for me, I'm just doing little bursts of it. So like this. I'm trying to land on the upstroke on that next string and just feel what that feels like. So I like doing that. So focus on what I like to do is get to the first note of the next string, then get to the second note on the next string. This is say go to G major here on the D string and go. You want to feel what that feels like to get there with the right hand mainly. On adding vibrato and stuff, I want to focus. funny on the Strat. I know a lot of people play them, but like when I play my Ibanez guitars, it feels so much tighter. The strings, it feels loose on this. So right now we're just playing 4 notes, right? Let's go to 5. So it'd be like this. So we go down, up on the next string, down. So. Remembering to stay loose the whole time, of course. One cool thing about doing YouTube is I can watch my practice later. I feel like that's beneficial. It help you, realize things you're doing, like, is my right hand tensing up when I'm picking, something like that. Is my shoulder tipping in when it gets difficult? Anything like that, any tension you want to get rid of. So it actually works in reverse too. So. So they're called bursts because it's not repeating. It's not just burning 3 note per string. It's just. And to be honest, the way I play guitar, I think it's an important thing to consider. What music you actually make, because I spent a lot of time growing up playing like a lot of fast, shreddy type stuff, but was I really making music that sounded like that? No, not really. I just kind of felt compelled to practice it, and I liked practicing it. But when it comes down to actually performing or playing, it's slower stuff interjected with faster stuff. So just as an example, imagine we're doing G major, so imagine I played a thing in G major and I had a little fast one of those bursts in it. What would that look like? It would look like something like this. Let's incorporate a spread triad too, why not? So like... that's more likely what's going to happen instead of just with all this shit. So the bursting even incorporates into that, because you're more likely to use little bursts of speed than consistent, just constant speed, right? So let's do that again. You follow me? Then another one. So I'm just taking that little burst and incorporating it into some slower improvisation, right? So. I think you get the point. Double check what else we got to do today. See, we're not going to get to the melody stuff. That's okay. I think I really need to give myself like an hour and a half to make these videos and to get this practice in. Let's keep going today. Do the bursts again. Let me check the comments if you guys are asking anything else. Who's that? Oh yeah, that's cool, man. I see Ayokyora from the Philippines. What's up? My daughter is quarter Philippine. Her grandma was 100% came from the Philippines. Guitar player, actually, singer-songwriter. Yeah, I thought maybe if I practiced here, maybe you guys would hang out and practice your own guitar too. Of course, it's hard to hear what we're doing or whatever, but we can always hang out and work on our stuff. You could even mute me, I guess, if you wanted to. Why not, right? And then that way we're hanging out, practicing together. Of course, you could work on the stuff I'm talking about as I go, if you're ready and capable and want to do that, and that would help you. So let's add another note to it. So we'll have 6. So ending on an upstroke, and make sure we're ending relaxed. See, like, man, I used to be able to do this shit when I was a kid. If you give it up for like 1 second, I mean, you sort of lose proficiency. This fucking sucks, right? interesting too, because if I add that seventh note to it, so we go, and I'm ending on a downstroke, somehow that mentally makes it easier for me to do the whole thing. Don't know why that is, but it is. Like that. Okay, so let's do these little bursts up there and 7 notes, da 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 da, and move it down. That's it. Like that, and then this also works in reverse, so work that one for a second. That is not what I said I was going to do. So it goes descending. Let's try that again. Wrong key. All right, so let's give that a go. G major. We're going to start from up here. So see, it's the same concept as the other stuff we've been working on with the legato part. We're just now picking, so we can go forward, reverse, diagonal, etc. So going down. And then just like I was doing there, just kind of improvise and move it around a little bit. I'll sit back here a little bit more so we get a better position. I don't know why it is, but these strings feel floppy and like it's weird. It's like they like cushions when I play on them. So we have to spend some more time on this. Not going to spend more time on this topic today. Let's go back to the notes. Cross off where we're at here. Right here. I'm going to cross off that we worked on it today. I wasn't totally happy with that, but that's okay. You know, a lot of times with 3 note per string, to be honest, I play legato these days. So the picking is just for accented parts, I guess. I think, again, it's important to think about this stuff in regards to how you're going to use it. Yeah. So I'm more likely these days to go. Legato. I'm not sitting here going. But see, actually, that is the downward slant that you see on the notes there. We'll do it that way tomorrow. Interesting, right? Like with 3 note per string, I like legato with even numbers of strings. I like to just downward slant, pick the hell out of them, you know. Whatever reason. So let's go to this guy named Ollie on YouTube. I'm gonna do number 1 a couple times and number 2 a couple times. That's just where I'm at with my practice on this. So, and we'll just leave it on 1 chord. We'll leave it in G major. Let's see. Yeah, why don't we just leave that right there? I'm going to adjust scalar to only be on G major. So we're gonna improv a bar and then rest a bar. That's it. Here we go. Try to answer it. Easy. So we're gonna use this as well as something that gets cycled through. So I'm going to make a note on my notes app there of which one. So we have, okay, quite a bit of notes there. I'm gonna just mark off the bar that I was practicing, the bars I practiced. So we're practicing 1 and 2 today. So I'm gonna write that down on there. Alright, so now we're going to rest in the third bar. So that's not easy, is it? See, really, we can be down here in this section. This stuff looks cool. Rhythmic variations that you can do, obviously. These are all just different things you can try. So my notes are past where I'm at with my practice, so stay here. Let's try leaving the 2 beats randomly on that number 3 right there. So it'll be like this. So one way to isolate things is to not be rhythmically creative at this point and just play 8th notes. Like this. So number 3 again. cool. And then go down to the next bar 1 through 4. Do call, rest, response, rest. All right. Rest. I'm trying to make a response to that. Not bad. So we made it to bar 4 on that. Just gonna put a pin on it. So we made it through bars 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should say next, we'll just put next bar. Next bar equals 5. Alright. And we'll leave that there until we get through that, and then we'll switch to this one. Like that. And you just gotta make little notes to yourself on stuff like that. And then check this out. So tomorrow, let me turn off scalar. Tomorrow, the next chord progression is going to be this one. So I'm going to prep it now by putting it here so that we know. And the key will be G sharp. Boom. And tomorrow for the chords, we'll start here. On the legato, we'll do number 2. On the burst, we'll go down here to the 6th note per string. And we'll go, we'll stay here. And that's it. And so tomorrow will be, I think will be a little quicker than all this that we did today. But I appreciate you hanging out if you did. I need to get to my day job. And I'll see you guys next time.